Hi, my name is Pascal. Today we are going to talk about which equipment you want to get for your garage gym. If you want to know more about the topic, then please follow the links in the description box below or check out my playlists here on YouTube. Now, to keep it short, the basic things for a garage gym you want to get is a rack, a barbell, a bench, some kettlebells, and that's basically it. But I will get into more details now. As you are specifically searching for what kind of equipment to get for a garage gym, I assume that you have something bigger in mind than just for a home gym and just a few kettlebells and dumbbells and that's it. So that is why I say the centerpiece of your garage gym will be the rack. So good options for racks are Rogue Fitness, Titan Fitness or Rep Fitness when you're over in the US, and I have dedicated videos on each of these brands here on my channel. What you see behind me here is a Rogue RM4. I love that thing, even though I think it's a bit too big for my personal tastes. What you will spend on for a rack usually is somewhere from $300, €300 up to $2,000, €2,000. The 2000 option is usually a 6-post rack. The 4-post racks will usually somewhere be between 500 and 1500, and the half racks would be somewhere between 300 to 1000, depending on what kind of extra shiny things you get. And for most garage gyms, I would actually recommend a half rack rather than a full rack, what you see behind me, because most channels I have observed have downgraded to that anyway to gain space for other equipment that they want to add. So I can't turn back the dial on this one. I already have an RM4, but if I could do a redo, I would get an RM3 instead, so that I then would save space for upgrades like a Rhino Belt Squat, or have more space to put a West Side Scout Hyper in here, and other upgrades that will come over time once you started the garage gym journey. Next thing to talk about would be a barbell. Now again, I'm assuming for a garage gym you have a substantial project in mind rather than just something squished in the corner somewhere in the house. So this is really the difference for me between a home gym and a garage gym. It's a good barbell. So for most people, what I would recommend is to get an all-purpose barbell. All-purpose barbells will not be specialized into powerlifting or Olympic weightlifting or any kind of other types of special lifting. The good news about that is that you start at a lower price overall, because you won't have to pay for extra features like bearing or aggressive knurling. Good options to get are either the Titan Atlas bar. The Titan Atlas bar would be the low-cost option with decent quality for an all-around bar, or the basic Rogue Ohio bar. Both of these barbells will put you back about 200 to 400 bucks, depending on whether you want to get a bit shiny coating on it or not. And that is really all you need for your home gym. Now, I personally treated myself to a bit of an upgrade. What you see here is the Rogue Ohio Power Bar stainless steel, because I wanted to have something a little better, because I always want the stuff that is a little better. And also I don't really do any kind of overhead lifts, so I don't really need an all-purpose bar. But for the general population out there, your first barbell, either the Titan Atlas bar or the basic Rogue Ohio bar model, and keep it somewhere between 200 and 300 and you're golden. Next piece of equipment to talk about are plates. So what you see here beside me are the Rogue Black training plates. I love these plates, but I'd say for most people they're a bit too expensive. Again, I like to treat myself to some extra bits, and I liked actually the stripe design on this. But for most people, I think bumper plates, regular bumper plates, are the best option. Now, why am I saying that? Because I think most people don't need to load 400 kg on the barbell. Yes, you can run out of space on a regular barbell going somewhere around 200 kg. Like that's usually where the most sleeves max out when you use them with bumper plates. But to be honest, for most people, you know, they don't even lift that much, which is okay, you know, once you're starting out. You can still get more plates later. So what I did is I got a package from running from 10 kg to 25 kg a pair each, and then I topped it up with another pair of reds. And that is more than enough for the level that I'm currently at, with a squat max of 190 kg, a bench press of 150, and a deadlift of 200 kg. I only do these 3 movements, so also bumper plates do have the advantage of that you can use them outside. They're very forgiving on your floors, they're very forgiving on yourself, and they don't really get broken that much. Now you can also make an argument for iron plates, as long as you are not flinging them around as much as bumper plates. The iron plates will give you more weight on your barbell because they're thinner to achieve the same weight. They are also usually less expensive than bumper plates, but they have the disadvantage of that if you leave them outside or use them outside, they are harder to wash down. They are more likely to actually get rust on them or any kind of other ugly markings, watermarks and all of that. They're harder to clean because you have to brush them down rather than just wipe them down with some tissue like you can do with these here. So all in all, I think for the average Joe, bumper plates are the better option than iron plates, even though there are people out there saying the exact opposite. But then the argument usually runs around powerlifting and that you want to max out more weight on the bar, or that you just like the sound of metal clanging together. Fair enough, if that's the case, then get the metal plates. Just be aware that they're more likely to break themselves or the floor or you, that they get dirtier, easier, and yeah, overall they're just a bit less convenient and less pretty. That's just my personal view, but if you want the rough look and feel, go iron plates all the way, like Eric Bugenhagen, you know, be screaming there in your gym. If that is your type of lifting, be happy and merry with it and get the iron plates. I personally recommend bumpers though, because they're just more user-friendly. So the next item to talk about is your bench, and here I would recommend that you bite the bullet and get an adjustable bench right away. What I'm sitting on here is the Rogue Adjustable Bench 2.0. Also, if you get an adjustable bench, maybe invest a little more so that it is safe and that you can actually move it around and it is beefy. And this bench here is a Rogue model, the Rogue Adjustable Bench 2.0. Now they have upgraded to the 3.0, which is basically a replica of the Rep Fitness model and the most sold bench from them. So if you are going to shop for a bench, skip the flat benches that are not adjustable and wait a little longer and save up for something that is adjustable, because you will upgrade to something that can be adjusted in the long term anyway. And then you only have a flat bench sitting around that you don't really use for much, especially if you're the only user of the garage gym. So you might as well save yourself the shipping and the cost on the flat and just wait a little longer and get the adjustable right away. So the next item on the list are kettlebells, and this is my little shelf of shame, the flat bench that I just mentioned, that now basically has been relegated to a kind of table, throw everything on there. I'm actually showing it like that because, you know, that's also something I need to work on with cleaning up the gym and keeping it a bit more tidy. I didn't think enough about storage options, but let's go to the necessities. And I think get kettlebells over dumbbells. Now, some people will be inclined to get a whole dumbbell rack, and if you have unlimited resources to throw at the problem, then be my guest, get a full dumbbell rack running from, I don't know, 5 kg up to 100 kg and spend your money on that to mostly look at most of these dumbbells for most of the time, sorry to say. So that is why I prefer kettlebells. I think kettlebells are a bit more versatile than dumbbells, because most exercises you can do with a dumbbell, you can also do with a kettlebell, but not the other way around. And also just go a bit lighter than you initially think. think. So what I have here, I have 7.5 kilo, 14 kilograms and 32 kilograms. And to be honest, the 32 kilograms, if I could swap them, I would actually swap them for 24 kgs so that I could do a bit more variations with other kind of more complex movements, because you can always move slower and more complex with the same amount of weight before you go up, because these will be used for accessory most of the times anyway, so you will go for rather high reps than low reps. So work on, intensity, work on endurance, work on technique, move slower, put in some pauses, rather than, just going heavy all the way down to town, because that is actually not really needed with these kind of accessory movements. That is not the idea. So that is why I'm recommending kettlebells over dumbbells. I use them in every session, so that is why I'm saying dumbbells or kettlebells are a necessary item, but definitely not tons of them, especially for a home gym. I think that is really where people are being led astray and maybe leave a grand on the table that they could invest in other things to make their gym more versatile, rather than having a lot of literal dead weight in your dumbbell rack sitting around. To get our resistance bands, because resistance bands are also one of the few things that I really use in every session, apart from the barbell and the bench and the deadlift platform and the kettlebells that I've showed you, because I mainly use them for warm-ups and for ankle mobility, but they are such versatile tools, especially for stretching and for getting into the mobility kinds of things, that I would recommend to definitely get some good resistance bands. Actually, these here are rather flimsy. I actually want to get them replaced with Rogue Monster bands, because they are definitely better than what I currently have. But your home gym should have, or your garage gym should have, some form of bands. They can be in total routine by themselves, but then you don't necessarily want to build an entire garage gym. Then you just have it somewhere as a home gym in the closet. But have these around for your warm-ups, and also especially for your stretching, for ankle mobility, shoulder mobility, because there are really a lot of drills where these come in rather handy when you're impinged and when you get older like I am. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and tell your friends about my channel. And if you have any questions, please pop them in the comments section below. Have a very nice day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.